So let's talk real quickly about SNL. Like, I feel like that's, um,
Fun.
yeah. So like, so you just started this season. What kind of, are you able to share like specifically things you designed or what kind of projects
I
you've worked
don't,
on?
so I don't usually, I'm not in the design realm. So it's usually, so there's Tom Broker and there's Eric Justine. They're the co-designers. Um, and they design whatever. And then there's three assistant designers, Ashley, Christina, and Beth. And then there's the three PAs. We are out kind of running around, getting everything, doing returns, getting help, just getting everything in for the show because you have 3 days to put the show together. So it's kind of it's a small team, but it all works really well. And everyone, you just kind of have to know what you're doing and then figuring it out as you go. And then it just kind of magically comes together. The biggest part is just you have to have, or we have to basically have most of the costumes by like Friday for fittings. And then off we go.
Wow. So Friday for fittings, the show is live at 11:30 on a Saturday night. So what are you all just pulling all-nighters every Friday night? You've got a show into Saturday?
We work until about 11 on Friday and Saturdays, and then Thursdays we work till about 9.
Yeah.
So they're 12, 14-hour days at least. And they are crazy. I'm
I
exhausted.
can only imagine.
Sundays are my rest day.
Wow. Wow. So that means like what you're at 30 Rockefeller Center, like what,
Yep.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
I'm there Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Wednesday they go in, they do the read through, and then Thursday morning we come in, we see what they picked, and then we just wait until they're ready, and then we go.
So as a PA, what is your job specifically? So you're like out making purchases, making returns, and doing the
Yep.
fittings and the actual actors?
Yeah, we're just out, shopping, doing returns. A lot of times they have me go swatching. And then
What actually define what that is for those people who don't know?
swatching is getting the little pieces of fabric to then create the final costumes. And so usually if they're doing like a fantasy piece or something more extravagant, they'll send me out to go find it. Or if they're really trying to find something super specific and none of the retail stores have it, then we have to go and make it. And they have a wonderful shop about like 8 people who they work very quickly to make these things come out, and it's beautiful.
No, I think the costuming, I mean, I'm old enough, I'm in my 50s, and so I'm old enough to remember the first seasons of SNL. And it seems like the costuming, really the last 3 or 4, well, probably longer than that, maybe the last 5 or 6 years, feels like it's gotten even to a higher, it almost feels like Broadway costume work. Like, I mean, they're really built well, particularly when they need to be specific, right? And
Well,
um,
so it's a combination. They rent from a lot of places too. And we
uh,
the Theater Development Fund, TDF, we
mhm.
rent from them a lot. Helen Uffner, which is like a vintage, you know, store. They rent a lot of theatrical costumes out. So there's a lot, they use all their resources really well. And Tom's been there for I think 25 years. And so he's obviously figured it out by this point. Yeah, they have all their connections. It's so funny. And then they just kind of pull and make it all work. But yeah, Thursdays are usually figure it out and we'll see what we can get.
So this season, what have been your favorite sketches where your work has shown up in?
One of my it didn't get shown.
Oh,
They tried to do it twice, but they had this show, it was a country show, and it was super fun. I got to go swatch it, and it got cut both times they tried to do it, but it was such a fun show. But then they have also done, I know I swatch a lot for 80, and she recently did like a Mother Nature skit on Weekend Update, and so I did help with that. That was really fun.
I think I saw that sketch. I haven't been this strangely enough. So I have a 19-year-old son who's big into SNL, and um, I feel like we saw that. But
Probably.
yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We just kind of work on whatever we're told. We just kind of
As most PAs are.